Give me any kind of bad service, bad attitude, bad anything. I ain't leaving nothing on that table. I'm gonna pay for my food and I'm gonna leave.
Channel, I'm AJ. This is Danny with hashtag.
Hashtag
the cannons.
CCTV.
Alright, y'all, welcome back to our eating show. Alright, guys, today we're back with another mukbang. And today, guys, we will be having some snow crab legs. That's all we got. Snow crab legs. We got the snow and the crab and the leg with a couple lemons and some butter. That's all we got today.
And a burr.
And a burr. And I'm ready to smash y'all. So, we're going to get in this mukbang in just a minute. But first, Danny's going to hit you with a couple things.
If this is your first time on our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and after hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time we upload. And give this video a thumbs up, like it.
That's right, guys. Hit that button. Hit that bell. Make sure you come part of the family. Guys, remember hashtag grow baby grow. Speaking of grow baby grow, make sure you go grow baby grow. Our other channels, we have a recipe channel and we have Dear Danielle, that's her beauty channel. Y'all make sure y'all support her. Y'all guys just continue to subscribe to the recipe channel. I know I haven't been posting, but trust me, I've been recording just about everything. Even this crab leg recipe, I say crab leg recipe, but I did a new technique on how to cook these. So if everything's well and I like the way they turned out, then I'll drop that. Trust me, trust me on this one. Just trust me on this one. Y'all, I've been really trying to get exactly what y'all been asking for. So with that being said, I'm gonna shut up because it's time to pray. So I can eat. Father God, in the name of Jesus, we ask you bless us. We let it be nourished our bodies, bless us, bless fortune. All these things we ask in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Bye. So, y'all ever had these? I think we've had these one time before on the channel, a long time ago. But they're just Corona,
Refreshers.
Yeah. They're called Corona Refreshers. They have these different flavors. This is the guava lime. Every flavor has lime with it. Like this is the coconut lime. This pineapple lime, that's passion fruit lime. So,
I'm on passion.
I ain't really worried about that like that. It's time for these crab legs, y'all. Boom!
Crack. So, crack my drink, crack my crate.
I found a new spot to get some snow crabs, hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully it's worth it.
Me and these claws ain't friends, okay?
This is just plain butter, y'all. Which is what I like with snow crab.
Me too.
Damn. I can already tell the leg meat about to be good.
I'm so doggone eager.
It's all be good.
My family go to Captain George, honey. I get me a little cup of bubble and these, and that's all I eat the whole time. They're like, you don't want no fish.
I took on Christmas. Danielle's family actually doesn't eat crab legs like that, which was kind of a shocking to me because I didn't know that. And every black person I ever came in contact with ate crab legs, like black people in their 40s. Like,
I ain't normal black honey.
Black people above 40, I just was shocked because I was like, what? Because I bought crab legs for Christmas and nobody touched them.
That's a damn shame.
I was like, you know, I hurt, but I was just shocked because most black folk.
They fish folk. It ain't about a fish. They ain't trying to get it.
Right.
I like the seasoning you put on it.
Thank y'all.
It's good.
Come on. Oh yeah. So I'm thinking about, I'm gonna give y'all this because probably I'll be having when I cook crab legs too. The meat be sticking to the shell. No. The way I did it today, I think I did it perfect. Also, for the most part, I do want just the flavor of the crab meat itself. I don't want to drown it out. Yeah. Come on.
Come on. I done had a taste for these for some weeks now, to be honest.
Man, what? They just, crab legs been high. King crab, snow crab.
Everything high.
Hill crab.
Gas high. Groceries high.
Right.
Electric high. Everything.
Well, we shouldn't have to pay for gas. I just buy crab legs and put my gas money.
Be nice, wouldn't it?
Ooh, look at that. Look at that. But yeah, the man at the place I went to get these told me, because we haven't been looking for snow crabs recently, but I know that all crab was high. He told me, he was like, yeah, these just, because I bought these at $20 a pound, which the cheapest I usually ever buy, probably the cheapest I've ever bought snow crab, but it's like 13, 14. But he said they was at $30 a pound. And they just dropped $10 whole. I said, look like I came right on time.
The passion fruit is good.
You like it?
Yes, sir. Playing with that nub. What that is?
What?
It was a little nub sitting up there, missing a leg.
Y'all, we just got through watching Stranger Things, all 4 seasons.
We did.
Because I have not watched Stranger Things over the years simply because when the first season came out, when it first came out, I started watching it. I got behind and I had meaning to go back and watch the first season. Next thing you know, they done dropped 4 whole seasons on me.
Hey man, let's give it up for Sister Lieutenant.
And I finally decided to go back and watch it and not disappointed.
I feel like I didn't even know it was that interesting. I should have known the way people talked about it, but
I knew it was. I just had never got back around to it, but not disappointed about that.
I was also telling him that's my thing with Power. Like, that's why I kind of don't want to go back and watch it. Some of these seasons, like, oh hell, I'm gonna have to dedicate a month.
But the good thing about it that makes me like, that I'm excited about is the fact that we watched all 4 seasons and then volume 2 is coming out.
Right. One gotta wait. What is something we used to watch? Like we would let it play and then watch it. I think it used to be 90 Day Fiance. Yeah, we don't let 90 Day Fiance go this season because I told Ace that there are some things that is going on. There's some situations with one couple, and if you watch it, you probably already know what I'm talking about, that I feel like is going to transpire into something else that's going to make me angry. So,
Real sizzle.
I can't.
Yeah. I get uncomfortable.
I'm not with, right. I cannot. Just like even like movies like 12 Years a Slave and all those movies, I can't watch them. I can't. And I know like when those movies came out, my grandma was like a no because she lived through slavery, and I can understand. I didn't even live through it, and like I could not watch it. It would make me wanna. Right. I ain't even trying to put myself in that situation.
Yeah. Every time when they showed them folk, I was already like, wait.
Right. I tried to do that thumb trick with this claw.
What thumb trick?
Niggas lie. So you like you supposed to take your dominant thumb, which is my right hand, and I put it down, and I take this thumb and put it on top and press. It ain't work.
Somebody gonna tell you what you did wrong in the comment.
Yeah, I'm sure, but you know.
I don't give a damn.
They waiting.
As long as I get to it, I don't about care.
What you say?
All I be thinking about is getting to it. I be getting to the money. Here, man.
Gotta push that meat out. Baby.
Okay. Mark found a new spot, boy.
I could eat all these by myself. Part of me wish Danielle did not like this party.
No, these are my favorite. And then what's worse is that I'm probably over here eating them plus.
Probably wish you like, ugh, they'll have.
No. He used to be able to enjoy wings by himself. Ain't do that no more.
Okay, something. If you was like that with these crab legs, I'd be like, yeah, I'm about to go record a video. Or you something to eat?
Nope, I like them. I like them. Did I get all the claw out and the top part? Crab meat be so expensive, I don't like leaving no rent in it.
At all.
Give me the crumbs.
Sorry, buddy.
So yeah, I guess around the time we recording, the verses is on, but I'm sure it ain't started because these niggas never start on time. But
Never.
But do you agree with this matchup?
I think it's not so.
I think popularity wise probably makes sense, but vocally no.
Nah.
So
Yeah.
Morion and Mario. I don't know if it's which one or which, honey. This man.
Oh, it's that Mario.
Me too, honey. Video game. But you sit here try to be different from him. Him and Luigi. But I think popularity wise is probably why they did it. But vocally, I think Mario has him.
Yeah.
Has him by a long shot. I would say Mario is Morion is a good dancer. Yeah, touch. That's all I can figure out. And then we have Pleasure P. And who? Sammy? I don't know if I like that either.
That's gonna be a short versus.
Oh my God.
Well, they bonus folk, honey.
Oh, that bonus.
Yeah, so I think they just about to come out and probably play a couple tracks, and they ain't the main event.
Sound like a bonus.
Shut up.
I'm just saying,
I
ain't got enough tracks here.
Right. These people that are like lead singers in groups, do they get to play the group music?
Right.
Like a Morion with B2K. Yeah. Let's go that one. And then Pleasure P with Pretty Ricky. Like that's most of where we know this man from. Well, before y'all say something, I know Amorian got touch of ice spots. Pleasure P got the boyfriend number 2. What else he got?
I didn't hear about Amorian.
Oh yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I like Right Bottom.
That was
Rock Bottom.
That's what Jasmine Sullivan sampled on that
I like Rock Bottom. They got Lil Wayne, don't it? It don't. I thought it is.
It might. I don't know. It's been so long.
I don't know. I can't look right now, y'all. My hands is buttery, but I think it might got Lil Wayne, but yeah, I forgot about that one.
There is a song with him and Lil Wayne. It's no, it's Rock Bottom though.
All in all, I feel like I should not have been listening to this music. To get myself kind of prepped because when we done recording this, I'm getting on Instagram. I was playing some Pretty Ricky songs, like all these songs. Somebody should have told me not to be listening to Pretty Ricky. It's 5 in the morning because I did not even know what I was.
All the Pretty Ricky songs is.
I did not know I was listening to.
I don't think they got too many like just love songs.
That was definitely not.
Freak songs.
Okay, that was not made for us.
For the freak in.
That was not made for us. Not at their age, at least.
That's who was listening to it. It wasn't adults.
It sure was us, because honey, they was still stuck on their Michael and everybody else. Ain't nothing wrong with Michael, but they was not trying to listen to Pretty Ricky and what he had to offer. I used to think it was one person. Oh, wait a minute. I'm hearing other folk.
Not you thought.
I did.
Oh.
When they first came out, I was like, ooh, Pretty Ricky. Who that? Then I listened, I said, wait a minute.
Who them?
Who is them? I used to get Word Up magazines with these folks in them. And I told AJ, my mama used to say, if you don't get them naked men off my wall, I'm like, girl.
Oh my fucking God.
You naked men can't come get me. No, it can't even like, they was half naked. They weren't even fully naked. That little Bow Wow. Yeah, that's him. Get him down.
These crab legs don't go far enough. I be wanting to eat them and eat them. They're so delicious.
Did you have any women's on your wall?
Yeah.
I
had one. I had this poster of Melina from the WWE. Whew. That poster right up.
Oh, whoa.
Made me sweat.
Sweat. Never mind.
I probably can find it on the internet post. I'll put it in the video.
Do it.
That poster, boy. Every time I answer somebody from my room, like, because she just had on a bikini. It was a WWE.
Honey, she would not let me put them
Diva.
naked men. Oh, so man, I'm just trying to stay.
Alright. Don't cheat me on my whole piece. I want my whole piece.
I want my money.
There we go.
To be honest, there was nobody in Pretty Ricky I wanted to be pretty to me. No, what I can think of. The WWE on the wall.
Something else I want to tell y'all about real quick is today is Thursday. I watched Lil Gimmo Eats video from today. I'll probably get this video on Friday, so I watched this video today, Thursday. So this is he had Jack Harlow meal, and so y'all, I'm just telling you so you can go check it out if you want to. So shout out to Gimmo. Look, it spawned, what he was talking about, is it spawned an interesting conversation for me. With Gilmo, if y'all don't know, he talks about it pretty frequently. It was the only reason I put out his occupation. He's a server in restaurants. Something he's done for a while. Prides himself on doing it. So the topic ain't really about him, it's just about what he's talking about. So he was just talking about how, you know, in general, people eating out and not leaving a tip, you know, or they do leave a tip, not leaving a substantial, you know, amount, you know, 15, 20% tip. And, you know, and so he was saying also how just because that's the world that he's in, he knows for a fact that African Americans are stereotyped and there's a preconceived notion that we won't tip. And I just want to know what y'all stance on it, like tipping at a restaurant is. Do you always leave a tip no matter what? And if you do leave a tip, do you always leave a certain percentage, or do you leave what you feel is necessary? Or do you feel if you don't tip, like not saying if you don't tip on a regular, but if you don't tip on a certain day, do you feel any qualms about it? Do you feel like when you go eat out in a restaurant that you owe the server as well as the restaurant for the food that you ate? Like, what are y'all's thoughts about tipping in general? I'm gonna say something, then I'm gonna let Danielle say what she gotta say. But I'm just like, for me, like, Danielle, tell you, I go out of my way to tip. Mm-hmm. I do. And I always try to leave a substantial tip. That being said, if the service is shitty, I'm not doing it. I'm not. But and also I feel like there are certain, you know, realms of what requires a tip. Now, I'm not the type of person to think that necessarily that you're required to tip just because you went and ate into a restaurant. I think that you should. If somebody, just based off of common knowledge, I think that you should. Especially if you receive good service. And when I say common knowledge, I'm talking about the knowledge that these restaurants don't pay these servers. Mm-hmm. They don't pay them well. They just don't. Right. I think based off of that knowledge that you should. I don't think that when you go sit down in a restaurant that it just should be a requirement that you tip just because you're being served by somebody. Because in my mind, even though I tip and I go out of my way, I feel like that's just what you do. You help people out, you know. But I think that these restaurants should be required to pay their employees. There's nothing different to me. You might have somebody, you know, saying in the kitchen full time, they're cooking, but at the same time, what makes them different from the person that's out there on the floor? There's still somebody that's vital to your restaurant. I think they should have to pay them more than a little, even if they get tips. I just think that, you know what I'm saying, that's what they work for. I mean, at least pay them more, because I know some of these restaurants is just like just giving them the bare minimum. These people are having to rely on tips for their keep their lights on. Right. Which I think is insane. You know, but I don't think that, you know what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, I don't think if you got $15 in your pocket and you want to go sit down in a booth and enjoy a burger with your wife, and that's going to cost you, you know, $14.05, that you should not go in there just because you don't have extra money to give as a tip. Right. I don't think that's right. I just think that these people should pay more. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I think you should definitely tip. But I don't think you should tip for shitty service, and I don't think that you should tip for, you know what I'm saying, bad attitudes, or just because this person is in front of you. What you think?
I definitely agree with you as far as that the actual company or the restaurant needs to pay them more. Before, I guess like when I was in high school and stuff, I know I used to see my parents like tip, and I knew that was a thing that you were supposed to do, but I guess probably I was the stereotypical black person. They probably did not expect me to tip much because I didn't.
Right.
I just did not, but I guess for me, one of my friends was a server at IHOP at the time, and well, when I got in college, and she told me that she was making like probably like $6 an hour, and at that point, that was below minimum wage, I believe, when we were in college. And I was like, oh my God, like, they're really paying you that? Because at that time I was an RA, so I was getting paid more than her, like by the hour. And I think because she probably told me, okay, this is what I'm getting paid, probably in my mind, I was like, damn, you gotta put more than $1 down there. Like $1 is not gonna do it. And so now I tip more than I used to. Right. But because I'm like I am, if you give me any kind of bad service, bad attitude, bad anything, I ain't leaving nothing on that table. I'm gonna pay for my food and I'm gonna leave. Like, but I definitely think that these companies should pay more. Right. And you know, just because of like you were saying with the cooks, because they should pay them, you know, it should be comparable. It should, you know. Because
at the end of the day, you won't have servers out here pissed off when you don't tip because they're still getting paid. You know, they look for the tip as a bonus, but I'm just like, you know.
And they genuinely are like the first line of customer service in a restaurant. Like, they have to deal with everybody's attitudes. The person that was back there that didn't cook your steak right, they don't have to, you know, deal with you one-on-one. They don't have to deal with you in your face, but the server actually has to take all the attitude of your steak not being medium or your steak not being rare or whatever it was supposed to be. So I mean, I hope they pay them more now, but I doubt it.
No, I mean, that's what Gilmore was saying. That he was paying well, you know, that people don't, they pretty much, he was saying that on a typical service, he tries to give you an experience no matter what. Mm-hmm. He was like, he said, he put it out there, he said that it is what it is. He's like, there is a preconceived notion, especially when it comes down to African Americans. And he said he may even think that way sometimes. He was just being real. He was being transparent. And he was like, but that doesn't change. Even if he's like thinking in his mind that he probably won't get a tip, that's not going to change the way he does his service. Because he tries to make it an experience. That's his livelihood. And that's how he does it. But you
never know. You know, you entertain angels unaware. So.
But I'm just like, at the end of the day, too, you know, understand, like, I know there's a stereotype, so I'm like always trying not to feel that stereotype. Like, you're not going, when I leave, if you ain't getting nothing wrong to me, you know what I'm saying? I intentionally tip just because I already know that most people thinking I'm not. Right. You know what I'm saying? Well, at the same time, people also need to understand where that whole thing comes from. We don't have the mentality. We didn't, like, even me, like, I didn't grow up necessarily with the mentality to tip. My dad, he did it, you know, so I tried it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that was put in me to tip, you know. Right. Just to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying, like, for most African Americans, just based off of the history of the country, you know what I'm saying, you know, dining out and stuff like that is something that just by history and, you know, fine dining, especially a service, something like that, that's something that Caucasian people or white people, I'm just trying to be politically correct. You know, most of their families in history, you have a leg up on because that's what they've done over the years. Yeah, I think a lot of times, just historically, things take generations to change. You know, we weren't eating out in restaurants like that. I mean, you gotta think about the civil rights movements and stuff like that. All this stuff came later, so things that, like in African American communities, that stereotype is created for a reason because, you know, I'm pretty sure, like, a tip and everything is like, you going out to restaurants and stuff, like, just not saying that's just that, but I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty sure that's just another thing that's, like, kind of rooted. And, you know, that's not something that's taught, that was necessarily taught, like, over the years or whatever, stuff like that, because I think you should. Right. And I don't think you should be, you judge for whether you do or whether you don't or whatever. But I think you should. You know, I'll tip anywhere. You gotta get good service. That's what you in a restaurant or something. But
getting a hair service or
it should not be. My point about the whole conversation is it should not be so bad out here. Not saying it's horrible out here for service, like horrible, but it shouldn't be to the extent to where these people are relying on their tips to pay their bills.
right.
If you're working, if you clocking in every day, then you should get a substantial amount of money from your employment alone in order to pay your bills.
Right.
But, you know, that's how it is.
But honey, if it hadn't been for one of the folks I was friends with, I'd probably still be out here. I'm not a...
Right. Like, yeah.
And I'm glad that she told me because I don't want to, you know, be out here. Sometimes when I did put the dollar when I was in high school, that's really all I had. But, you know, imagine me now as an adult knowing that I have more than I had when I was in high school. It's probably kind of disrespectful to, you know, put a dollar down there, especially when I just spent, you know, $110 on chips.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That's another thing, Al. Do you think it's right just because you spend a certain amount of money for you to be expected to give a certain percentage of what you spent?
I know some people do that, but
No, I'm saying, do you think? I'm not saying that some people do. I'm just asking because, or you think it's right for you to be expected to give a certain percentage of what you just spent?
if my service was good, I will give the percentage. If it was not,
My point that I'm trying to make here is because I'm not trying to agree or disagree with them on that like that. I'm just saying what I do. Y'all check this video out. And, you know, he's speaking from, you know, his livelihood. So, I mean, that's the point that he's making. My point is, I'm asking, so if I go and I spend, let's say I'm a big spender. I go to a restaurant and I take care of everybody. Let's say I spend $3,000 on, you know what I'm saying?
You got money. He got money. Get it all for him.
Dinner alone, like that's what I do. You know, yeah, I spent $3,000, but if I give the server a $85 tip or $100 tip, $150 tip, like, you know what I'm saying? What if the items are just expensive? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like I think you should tip your server, but what if like you got expensive items or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily saying that they're working on to death or nothing like that. What if they didn't work? They weren't worked to death, but maybe you just saw that, you know what I'm saying? You give them $100 tip. It may not be 15 to 20%, but do you not think that that's still generous?
for me as an average person, yes.
I think that, you know what I'm saying? I think so. Even that's a dramatic example, but I think still, like, I think a dollar bill on the table is not generous. I think if somebody lays down, I don't know. I just think that whole percentage thing. I think I've always, and I go by percentages myself, so I'm not really saying this against what I do, but I still think at the end of the day, if somebody goes out of their way to give you a decent tip based off of percentages or not, I just think that, you know what I'm saying, if you got a decent big tip, knowing what you know, that a lot of people ain't gonna tip at all, right. I think that's a good thing. Yeah, we done laid waste to these.
I'm enjoying myself. I enjoy.
This is my last one, and I'm sad about it.
I'm not sad.
Okay.
All I got is claws. Open sesame.
What a way to end. Delicious.
Delicious.
Y'all? I'm actually kind of surprised.
What?
We did a lot more talking we usually do with Carver and crab leg.
No, we be up here ain't saying nothing.
Usually, y'all go check out our other crab leg videos. We be a hush mouth.
We got nothing to say.
Hush mouth.
It worked. That time.
But yeah, I mean, I think you should tip people in general who offer good services for you, even if they're not asking for a tip. Your Uber driver, your DoorDash people, they're gonna, they are hoping to get a tip.
Right.
And you should tip them if they're doing it, what I'm saying, if they got your stuff in a timely manner, they did all they could to make sure you got a good service. I think you should tip them. But even the people who don't really ask for a tip, you know what I'm saying, who are doing good services, if you have it.
Right.
If you have it, because you gotta think about what you would want to do.
Oh, what's crazy is that like our hairdressers and stuff, I guess I never seen like my mom, my grandma, my aunts, all of them never really tipped them. So I didn't even know that was a thing.
I know. That's what
and I've been out here this whole time. Well, I tip them now, but
that's what I'm saying.
it's not something I did.
That's stuff I learned as I got older, and it's mostly myself. You know what I'm saying? And I have certain people in my family who do, and they'll tell me, what they do and what they think you should do. But I'm just saying that's not something that is necessarily taught. It's not necessarily our point. I'm not saying that everybody didn't learn like that. I'm not saying just because you black that you weren't taught to tip, because I know a lot of people probably were, but I'm just saying that's not like a big, especially in urban communities. It's not.
Right.
Urban/country ass community.
Hey! I eat meat.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm so sick. Oh, Lord.
You got out.
I am out.
You is out. You want another piece?
Hold on, wait a minute. What's this? She was good. Murder. I keep looking at some of these people like and trying to make sure I didn't leave nothing, but I didn't. Sometimes I lay those pieces down. Dang.
Listen to this.
This is sad.
Oh, you want this?
Y'all want it?
I got 2 nuckies.
2 nuckies.
I got 2 nuckies. I'll tell you something. I got to get out of this shirt.
For real.
The shirt is through.
Oh. Alright, y'all. Coming up on the end of this thing. This crab bag. I've been using the same lemon the whole time. These lemons are big.
You finish it.
Yeah. Palate cleanser. Ooh. Wake you up a little bit.
I don't want no wakey. My last little piece.
Come on, guava line.
Guava.
Guava was out here.
Guava. All right.
Mango guava broccoli smoothie.
Broccoli?
What movie was that? What movie was that? Mango guava broccoli smoothie. Y'all put it in the comments.
No, I don't know.
You've seen it. You've seen it. I'm crabby.
And I'm dirty.
Alright, y'all, so You got anything else, baby?
No, sir.
Thank y'all for joining us today. We really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. Like this video, guys. Remember, drop a comment down below. Let us know what you think. So we can talk to you in the comments, guys. Remember to share this video. Share with everybody because sharing is caring. So care about us. Care about us. Y'all relate with me and we appreciate you.
Where you from?
What you got?
I have nothing.